Ken Rusche. Ken Rusche is with Oxford Physical Therapy. And Ken Rusche, welcome, I think, for the first time to the Bill Cunningham Show. And Ken, how are you?
Hey, Willie, I'm doing great, and it's an honor to be on your show, buddy.
Thank you. Talk to me about the course of treatment that Tiger Woods is receiving. Compound fractures, also a crushed ankle. And it's been compared to the Joe Theismann injury of about 25 years ago when his leg snapped like a pretzel. Well, what is the course of physical therapy beginning in about 2 to 3 months after the healing begins? Kind of lay out what Tiger Woods is looking at.
Yeah, this is a pretty significant injury. If you remember the Cincinnati Bengal, Tim Crumry, he suffered a similar injury, but it was just pretty much on his leg bone, his tibia bone is what it was. And, of course, Tim did come back. But with Tiger, we've got multiple fractures. They actually put a rod down this tibia, the bigger bone in the leg. And the great mystery here is there were some fractures within the foot and ankle. And you got like 26 bones down there in the foot and ankle. And a lot of these had screws. A lot of these had pins. So, outside of the tibia and the big metal rod, and the fracture was open, meaning it was coming through the skin, this is a very, very serious traumatic injury. So from a rehab standpoint, you've got a lot of work here. You're going to have a lot of swelling. You're going to have a lot of pain. You're going to have to get through that. You're going to have to work on range of motion. The knee will stiffen up a little bit, but the big motion is in the foot and the ankle. And, of course, in a right-handed golfer and it being the right leg, transferring that weight to the right side and then getting through the weight is going to be a whole different set of problems, once we're way, way, way down the line, if that's going to happen. But a lot of controlling swelling, controlling the motion, getting the motion back on all those little joints in the foot, and even some stiffness in the knee, along with strengthening. So this is a long road, and it's going to take a lot of hard work. But, he's a professional athlete. He's very dedicated. He's very focused. So he'll do the work, he'll put in the work, and he'll be seen in physical therapy almost on a daily basis, just like any professional athlete.
Is the PT, I've not gone through it myself, fortunately, something of that character, but I'm told the PT is extremely painful and that one must stick with it almost every day in order to retain function. And when you talk about a broken compound fracture where the bone sticks out of the skin, that's gross, it's gruesome, it's ugly. But maybe the bigger problem might be the ankle bones. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, they're both significant, but, if we're just going to look at golf, you worry about the ankle, and, of course, we don't know what was fractured in the ankle or what bones were fractured in the ankle, but you've got a lot of joints in that ankle foot that do a lot of different things, and you're going to have to really work on that motion and that mobility of those joints to get that motion back. And you may not get all that foot and ankle motion back. It may not come back, but, it was a compound, so the bone was through the skin, and of course, you got to close that up, and you got a great infection risk there. But he's being cared by the best out in California. So, but you're always concerned a little bit about any kind of infection after surgery like that. And then he also had what was called, I believe, a fasciotomy, where there was swelling within the compartment of the leg, and they had to release some of the muscles down there to allow room for the swelling. So this is a pretty significant injury on his right leg. Yes.
Sounds to me like similar to the 1949 accident with Ben Hogan when he went head-on with a Greyhound bus. I can't imagine how medical science has advanced since 1949, which is, 72 years ago. I can't imagine how much better things are. Is it realistic to think that in a year, we talk about a year from now, he's going to come back and play golf at the highest level? I think it's almost impossible.
Well, that's the great unknown, but you're looking at least probably a year. And what kind of motion limitations will there be on that foot and on that leg and getting that weight over on his right side? And, will he play golf? Yeah. Will he play golf at the competition level that he wants to? That's the great unknown. And the other thing that I'm a little concerned about, this had to do something to his spine. I believe he had 5 surgeries on his lumbar spine area, a lot of disc-related things. So, my gosh, you saw the car, you saw the SUV, and how did his spine survive? And they may not know that right now, because what happens is we're so concerned about the leg that, in 2 or 3 weeks, oh my gosh, my back is really hurting. So there could be some underlying spine issues that you don't know about right now.
He could become the $6 million man. I don't know what it is, but he's overcome so much in his life. I'm rooting for him completely, because what he went through in 2010, which was self-generated, and then to watch him the last year, what he did at the Tour Championship and the Masters and that go-go thing in Taiwan, whatever it was, to win 82, I thought it was fabulous. But to come back from this might be a bridge too far. But Ken Rusche, as far as the next 2 or 3 months, not much will go on. When do you begin PT when you have this serious injury? Is it like immediately, or do you wait till the healing takes place?
Well, you could probably, you'll probably get started on some things here in the next week or two. It might just be some real gentle things. It might be some real gentle leg lifts, trying to work the muscles in the thigh, hamstring, glute area. It might be some easy, depending on where the rod is and how the rod is, and where it's been placed. There might be some motion at the knee kind of type of things that you work on, but PT will start fairly quickly for him, and then it's just a matter of everything healing, which, you're looking at a good 6 to 8 weeks to start getting the healing and getting the bone fractures to heal, and how well they're healing and everything, that you might be able to start getting a little more aggressive. And then, how long before he can bear weight on the leg, and even partial weight bearing, those are all things based on the surgery, based on the fractures, and based on how he heals.
All right, Ken Rusche of Oxford Physical Therapy, thank you for coming on the Bill Cunningham Show, and I hope I never see you professionally.
Yeah, I saw you in the golf course a couple times with our good friend, the late Mike Lahan. And,
yes.
Enjoyed meeting you and everything. So, I hope you don't have to come see me either, but if you do, we'll take good care of you.
Ken Rusche, thank you very much.